Happy Friday, everybody. It's Rob here with my vlog. It's number 7, I think. But anyway, it's a nice fall day. Weather's been beautiful. I wish you could tell out the window here, but everything is just nice reds and yellows and little bits of green here and there. Beautiful. Perfect to be in the Halloween mood, which is next week. Speaking of next week, last episode I talked about getting ready to film my cryptozoology monster show, and I did. I filmed it last weekend, but upon closer inspection, I kind of didn't like how it came out. So I'm going to be reshooting that, but it's not going to be out in time for Halloween. So just look out for November being the first episode of it. Just honestly didn't like the tone that I went for. You know, one of the things I like about filming these shows and getting to know all of you great people is just the virtual conversation that we have. And I felt like the show did not have that, and that's what I like and that's what I want. So I'm going to try shooting it again in a week or two, and we'll go from there. Anyway, haven't really consumed that much media this week. It's just been a pretty stressful week here and there of just life stuff. So yeah, don't have anything to report there. But one thing I wanted to talk about is one of the things that I've been doing recently on the channel is the hunting for things on eBay. And there's a couple reasons why I like doing that show. And one is the completely selfish reason of I like looking at that stuff, and I'm inviting people in like we're hanging out at a virtual mall together, just doing some window shopping. You know, grab an Orange Julius and a Aunt Annie's pretzel and let's go shopping. So I like it for that aspect. And another aspect is just how crazy nostalgia prices have gotten recently. You know, I kind of just like showing that it's, you know, it's not as easy to collect nowadays as it used to be. I mean, I used to go to antique malls and flea markets and even eBay with a couple dollars in my pocket and score some great stuff. Now I feel like that option isn't around anymore. That being said, I did bid on something on eBay today, and it's one of those things where I hope I win it, but if I don't win, then I don't need to explain to my wife why I did it. But anyway, so that's the reasons I like doing that show. But my point was, as I distract myself, today I stumbled upon a horrible bit of clickbait of, hey, if you have these 80s things laying around, they could be worth money. You know, that could be an interesting article to read, but this was just clickbait, and I think it's things like this are what has hurt the collector's economy, if you will. Because it was just these broad generalizations of, you know, hey, I was waving somebody through, sorry. Or waving to them as they let me through, sorry. But it's like, hey, do you have a G.I. Joe figure laying around? It's worth $100. Do you have vinyl records laying around? They're worth 10 grand. Do you got a He-Man figure? $500. And it's like, what? Whoa, what? The article didn't offer any explanation. It was taking the best case scenario for a seller and just throwing it out there as a broad generalization of, hey, if you got this, it's worth this and you should be rich. And I just thought that that was so irresponsible of the person that wrote that quote-unquote article. And it's what builds this false seller mentality of, well, that's what I heard it's worth, and that's what it's worth, and that's what I'm going to charge. And I think that just hurts the collector economy, if you will, for collecting this stuff. It's horrible. And then, as I've talked about in the past, I stumbled upon one of those, 80s collectors forgot about these 80s toys. And I'm like, okay, let's look at this. And it was crap like Thundercats and Masters of the Universe and My Pet Monster. Anything that any 80s collector or person growing up in the 80s knew about. I don't know why I get suckered in by those clickbait things, but I do, and I get quite angry at myself and them. So, yeah, I just don't get that clickbait mentality. I've been thinking recently how maybe fun of a job that is just to create headlines. Nothing else but the headlines to clickbait. Or if you've downloaded free mobile games and how they have commercials for other mobile games within the game to make them free, I understand that. But they show this insanely easy level being played, and it's like only 1% of people can do this, and they're geniuses. They like build up this false bravado of people like, well, I could beat that. I must be a genius. Let me download that now. It's just funny, and I think it would be almost a fun, comical job to be the person that creates that stuff, or those clickbait article titles of like, do you remember this actress? Your jaw will drop when you see her now. And then it's like some picture of some random mugshot of a normal person. Yeah, that stuff's hilarious. Makes me very angry, but it is hilarious. Anyway, vlog number 7. I have fun doing these. Unfortunately, it's a one-sided conversation, but I imagine that y'all are there listening, and we're just sitting around looking at our action figures or watching some TV, and this is the type of stuff I would talk about for the most part. But anyway, thank you all for watching. I hope you all have a wonderful weekend, and until next time, keep being rad and stay dorky.